Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the video. Just to let you know, my cat is kind of wandering around, so if you see a tail, that is my cat. But this is going to be my March TBR, which features MM March, which is a readathon that I am co-hosting with Clint over at Reads Readers, where we are just reading MM books all month long. I will say on this TBR, there are some books that are not MM romances, but a decent amount of them are. So I will leave our announcement videos down below as well as a link to Clint's channel. And let's just get started in. I'm not going to go through every single prompt for the readathon because how it works is there is this bingo board here that you read a book for. Like you read a book for a prompt, you can double up, triple up, whatever up. At the end, I will show you what I'm thinking my bingo board is going to look like based on what I know about some of these books. And I am also letting myself mood read. There is 7 books on this TBR. So yeah. So let's just get started with first the books that go on the bingo board. And we'll start with ebooks first because there's only 3 of them. So the first one is Between the Devil and the Sea by Shani Lynn Feener, or Shani Lynn Feener. I'm not exactly sure how the author's name is pronounced, but this is the BA, or Book Addicts Anonymous's group book for March, which is the book club that Clint and I co-host, which kind of started MM March, where like we already do an MM book club, let's do an MM readathon. And so this, all I know, it's kind of a dark romance. And that's kind of it. I want to go in completely blind. Like, I've read the description only a couple of times, and I still don't know what's going on in it, and I want to keep it that way. But this is our group book for BA, and it works for a bunch of the prompts. You'll kind of see at the end. It covers a lot, which we didn't plan, but it worked out pretty good. Next is God of Fury by Rena Kent, which is the 5th book in the Legacy of God series, which is a dark, like, college romance, mafia, gangs type thing. I have only read book 1 in this series, which is a male-female romance, but book 5 is a male-male romance. And so yes, I'm kind of, I might jump around, but also I might just binge books 2, 3, and 4 before getting to book 5 because I really liked book 1. I think I gave it it was like a solid 4 stars. And so I can easily fly through the rest of the books probably. In this, we're following like 2 guys from 2 separate universities that's like rivaling universities type thing. And they have connections because the one guy's cousin is dating the other guy's sister. So they already have like a connection. We've seen them interact in book 1, and it is very much like opposites attract almost. And I'm excited to read it. And then the next one, I am stretching this, which my readathon, my rules, is Losers by Harley LaRoe, which is a MMMMF romance. And is there a prompt on our bingo board which is MM plus? Yes. Am I using this for it? Yes, because there is multiple men involved and they each have, like, all the guys have their own dynamics and relationships, so I'm including it for that aspect. Yes, I'm pretty sure I'm only using it for the MM plus prompt, although I might shove it in other places too. We shall see. But I loved this book when I read it back in January of 2023. It was one of my favorite, like, books of last year, and so I'm kind of dying to do a reread, so might as well. And now on to the, like, 2 physical books that work for MM March, and then we'll go to the 2 that I have on this TBR that don't. The first one is Bloom by Kevin Panetta and Savannah, I'm not even gonna pronounce that. But this is a MM graphic novel. I'm just quickly going to read the description. Baked with love. Now that high school is over, Ari is dying to move to the big city with his ultra hit band if he can just persuade his dad to let him quit his job at their struggling family bakery. Though he loved working there as a kid, Ari cannot fathom a life wasting away over rising dough and hot ovens. But while interviewing candidates for his replacement, Ari meets Hector, an easygoing guy who loves baking as much as Ari, who wants to escape it. As they become closer over batches of bread, love is ready to bloom. That is, if Ari doesn't ruin everything. And it's just so cute, and like the art style is so cute. I'm so excited to read this. I've been meaning to read this for honestly probably like 2 years, but never did. And I'm like, one of our prompts is graphic novel. This is a graphic novel. So I'm reading it and I'm excited. And the next one, I don't know if it actually fits any of the prompts, but I went to my library to pick up Bloom because it's from my library. And then I saw this and I was like, I've heard okay things about it. And there wasn't really that many MM books to pick through from my library, like physically there. I'm sure in the like all big library catalog there's some, but it is Kiss and Tell by Adib Karam. And this I don't know much about, except it's about a boy in a boy band who has to kind of like lie a bit. Like, doesn't necessarily have to, he's not lying about the fact that he's gay, but it's more of just the fact of, he has to lie about how he truly is and like all of that. But I was like, when this first came out, I think I was interested in it, and then I just never picked it up, and I saw it and I was like, nah, might as well try it. And then the two next books, one I picked up on a whim also at the library, and then the other one is one that I've been meaning to read since it came out. So the first one is Fly By Night by Tara O'Connor. I had never heard about this until I saw it at the library, and the art style is just really cute, so I figured might as well grab it. But this is, there are monsters in the woods, but they aren't who you should be afraid of. When Dee returns to her small New Jersey hometown to search for her missing twin, she dives deeper into her sister's life, only to come up with secrets, lies. With a mysterious boyfriend, a conspiracy that might destroy the endangered Pinelands, and maybe something supernatural in the woods, Dee looks for answers and finds secrets underneath every question she asks. The only one Dee can trust might not even be human. That sounds really interesting, and when in doubt, I'm behind on my Goodreads goals, so graphic novels will help with that. So yeah. And then the final one I'm not talking too much about because it is House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas, which is the third book in the Crescent City series. I am currently reading book 2. I'm like halfway through it almost. And so obviously had to put this on March's TBR. Originally it was on February's, but I just didn't get to it because there was some nights that I just wasn't reading, and so if I'm not reading, I can't be reading book 2 to get to book 3. But I am getting to this in March. I'm speaking it into the universe. I will read this sometime in March. Maybe. Fingers crossed. But I'm very excited to get to this. I have avoided like 99% of spoilers. I think I've gotten a couple minor ones, but there are things that I'm like, okay, yeah, like whatever. It's not like spoiling plot. It's more of like characters. I don't know what to say without risking spoiling things and having to be like, was that what I saw right? But yeah, I'm excited to read this. And so, yeah, that is my TBR. I'll quickly pull up the completed bingo board of like where I think all these books fit. There might be some more, there might not be. I'm letting myself mood read through this because still kind of slowly escaping a reading slump. I'm not fully out of it, but I'm not sinking into it more, so that's good. But yeah, let me know what is one book you're reading in March, and if you're participating in MM March. I'd love to hear that in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as it really helps my channel grow, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!